Hey everybody, Jonathan Scroggs here from the Modern Day MacGyver YouTube channel. Some nights I'm from the Jonathan Scroggs Music YouTube channel, but tonight it's for the Modern Day MacGyver, thanks to my amazing wife. Shout out Chrissy Scroggs, I love you. But tonight I want to tell you a little bit about saving your old lawn mowing blades. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade. Sorry. Some of y'all younger folk ain't going to know what that is. A little reference there to sling blade. But this steel in general, I mean, look at that. 1/4-inch thick plate steel. Normally this is something you'd throw away after changing the old mower blades. But tonight I want to tell you why you want to start just saving them. Throw them back in an old box in the corner of the garage or something. Because this thick of steel comes in handy for a lot of things. Well, another thing that comes in handy is old bed frames. When I'm at yard sales and I see people with a bundle up old bed frames, mixed match, they may not even fit together anymore, couple bucks, I grab them every time. Because you see, bed frames are made out of angle iron. Angle iron, a lot of times, is anywhere from 50, 75, 85, all the way up to $2.50 a foot for a piece of angle iron. So when you can find a whole set, king size, queen size, at a yard sale for $2-3, buy it, even if you don't need it. Set it back. Because we live in a day and age where this world's gone crazy. If you've not noticed yet, let me just go ahead and tell you. Cuckoo. So it's important to start maybe looking at the old ways, the old time. How did people do it 50 years ago, 100 years ago? How did they survive when there was maybe power outages for weeks on end? It's because they didn't throw everything away. They saved things, they repurpose, reuse things, and that's what I wanted to teach you a little bit of tonight. Let me flip this camera on around, and I'll show you how I saved my week with an old mower blade. I went down to the tractor supply store here in town, and my bad boy mower, donated to our ministry by Lynch Farms, Bob Lynch, there in Cushing, Oklahoma. Thank you. Shout out to the Lynch Farms. They survived a fire. Their mower still had some life left in it, but it had caught fire. And he knew that we would be able to fix it up and use it to bless people. So they donated it on to us, and we got it going. But there's nothing on the back of all these new zero turns, Cub Cadet, Husqvarna, bad boy mowers. There's no hitch receiver or place to hook up to tow a lawn trailer around. Now, on most of what we have here, let me flip it real quick. This is the old Frankenstein, our old four-wheeler. We bought it in about 350 pieces and built it all back together. But we weld those hitch receivers on just about everything, the front and the back of every truck, every tractor that we have for our ministry. We weld hitch receivers because there are so many neat ways to use these old drop hitches or hitch inserts for multiple reasons. Now, this one was normally an 8-inch drop, like a lifted truck. This would have the ball sitting way down back where it needs to be. So what I did for old Frank here on the four-wheeler, I inverted it, flipped it, put the ball up top, and that brings the trailer ride height level with the four-wheeler. So with ye old lawn mowing blade, I wasn't about to spend $30, y'all, for a little triangle to weld right there. Now, sometimes it's hard to sit and drill this big of a hole through steel. Best way to use it is a torch, but not everybody at home has torches or drill bits to drill this kind of stuff out. But we just slapped a cutoff wheel on the old grinder. And that is how we were able to cut down the lawnmower blade that already had the hole. Saved us $30. And then, of course, these are just pieces back of the lawnmower. We just put them on. Now, if you're saying, well, I don't know how to weld, neither do I. So don't look close, but that is structural. It will hold. I'm 200 pounds, so I jump up and down on it, and it was fine. But if you've never welded before, go on down through my videos. There's a video of how to weld. It's just beginning entry-level stuff, but I am confident that you could go down to a Harbor Freight or a Tractor Store or a Lowe's, and you could buy any brand of MIG welder like that. And after watching my video, that's only 5 minutes long or 10, you'll be able to weld and start putting things together. Now, one last thing I want to do. Now, we're not sponsored by any company. Nobody gives us money for our ministry, our channels, everything we do to help others. So if I could ever figure out how to get corporate sponsors, that would be amazing. But this right here, I'm a first responder, firefighter. Every fire truck that I have built, every brush guard I've welded on the front of brush trucks, even firefighting bed and skid that we put on the back of H1 Hummers that came back from Iraq, we painted with this right here. Rust-Oleum Professional High Performance Enamel. Now listen to me, and I'm not joking one bit. I wanted to move that out of the way because I didn't want it to be painted tonight either. This stuff is so amazing. Normally, if I'm painting body parts of a car, I'm following what I call following the overspray line, top to bottom, and I'm real careful to work it through. When I'm shooting this Rust-Oleum, I want to show y'all like the biggest no-no in the world. You could sit here and do craziness like this. I want you to see this. That stuff just goes on almost like a rubber coating, like it's been rubber dipped. And this was not a perfectly prepped piece of metal. It was just a chunk of steel. So that's why I want you to see this. 2 coats of this stuff right here, and whatever you're working on will feel like it's been almost. So my time's running out. I wanted to just show you these things. Save your mower blades. Save those old bed frames. You're going to need them eventually, at some point. So set them aside, and then watch through some of those other videos of mine, and you'll be able to start building some of these things yourself. $30, that's ridiculous. An old mower blade and the old hitch receiver got me a yard trailer to where I can pull a trailer on the top ball, or I can pull my yard trailer on the bottom hole, and it's reinforced and in great shape. So listen, I hope this might give you some inspiration to do something on your own. And maybe it gave you a laugh, so you can laugh at the old redneck here in Oklahoma. But I love helping folks. That's my heart. I've been in ministry 33 years, but I've also owned shops customizing cars, building everything from custom tour buses for famous groups, all the way to been a contractor multiple years too, multiple decades. So I love building, fabricating, and making. So I figured I'd throw some of that to good use and make a few videos. I love y'all. Keep spreading love. If this helped y'all out, or even if you enjoyed it at all, click like, leave me a comment. I'm not good about getting on every day, every week even. But when I see them, I will always respond. I appreciate every one of y'all. This world's crazy, so I want to do my part to keep spreading God's love and keep passing that love on to my fellow man. I love y'all. Go spread some love today. Be blessed.